Hello everyone, today I'm reviewing the movie Stepfather 3, Father's Day. Straight on video Father's Day movie because the first two had theater releases, this one was just straight to video, and it still has never had a proper DVD release. It's the end of the trilogy, and I was surprised. I didn't think I was going to like it because it's an hour and 45 minutes. The longest movie I think I've ever reviewed on this channel for length. But I really liked it. I liked it more than the second movie, not more than the first movie, even with a new actor playing the stepfather, because the Jerry O'Connell would not return for the third one. There's a lot more twists and turns in this movie, and a lot more different ways it could have gone. So I like that. There's more characters in here as well. But the kills were done horribly. Like, I don't think you saw anybody get hit with anything. It was done that bad. So the story is that, well, actually the whole opening of the movie is the stepfather not speaking at all, but getting a face change and then killing the surgeon, which is kind of dumb. But anyway, then he's moved to this place called Deerside or something. I think it's called Deerside. And he's working at a church, or he actually works for, like planting, gardening stuff now. And he dresses up as an Easter bunny in the church for Easter, and he meets this girl, and eventually they start living together, and she has a son who's wheelchair bound because of a car accident. Even though all the doctors say that the kid should be able to walk, but I guess mentally he just doesn't. Like, of course the stepfather is always obsessed with having a perfect family, so he tries to get the kid to play football and move after he falls off his wheelchair, but he doesn't, and so then he just leaves him. After that, I forget specifically what happens, but he goes to look for another family, and he meets them, and they go to his house or something like that. Or no, he's selling his house. This is what happens. He sells his old house because he's moving in with his new family, but the mom there is a single mom, and her son, I guess, is more perfect than the kid, to this in the wheelchair, to the stepfather. So he starts getting romantic with them, and is about to kill the family he's with now. But the thing is, he has to get rid of this new family that moved into his old house to keep his family that he started. That's kind of the main family of this movie. And things just get crazier and confusing, or not confusing, but, things go on from there. He also kills his boss with a rake. And yeah, he kills people and then has like one of those cliche movie puns afterwards every time he kills someone. I want to talk about this one moment at the start of the movie. So, the first family, the kid with the wheelchair family, he goes with the mom and is working up to get with her, and her ex-husband or boyfriend keeps interrupting because I guess, have been together, have been separated for 3 weeks, maybe it was 3 months. But he keeps being with her, and we assume him and the stepfather are going to go after each other. But then there's these shots of like some stranger following the stepfather. So I was thinking, okay, it's either obvious that the stepfather is going to get attacked by the ex, and so the stepfather is going to have to kill him, or maybe the ex just gets killed by the stepfather because of whatever. He doesn't really do anything. Or maybe there's a new stranger who, okay, here's the thing. They don't show you the stepfather's new face when he gets the surgery. He just leaves. So my thought was, they could do the original boring route of, okay, person who's the ex kills this new guy who's getting in with the mom and single kid. Or maybe the ex is the stepfather with a new face, and that's why he goes after this guy who's the gardener, and kills him, and it's revealed that no, the guy you thought was the stepfather is actually not, it's this guy. Or the guy who we just see his perspective secretly following this gardener is actually a stepfather, and he kills the gardener and the ex, and boom, that's your reveal of the new stepfather and what his new face is. Of course, if you've seen the cover of the movie, or the poster, that's not true. It's the boring cliche thing, but I thought, hey, you never know which way it could go during the first quarter of the movie. I also like how the mom works out of school, so she kind of and the new family that moves into the stepfather's old house in Deerview. And that's how they kind of find out, okay, he's either cheating or something insane is going on. Also, so he dies completely in this movie. He's dead. He falls into a wood chip where he gets pushed in there by a wheelchair kid because, yeah, he finds the strength to save his mom because he can walk now. Very slowly. It's not like he can run or anything. He stumbles, but he still manages to get on his feet. So I did like that. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, he can walk now. Yay, it's a miracle. No, they kept it as realistic as they could, I guess. So yeah, he manages to knock the stepfather straight into the wood chipper, even though he survives for a little bit and grabs the kid, trying to pull him into the wood chipper with him, but eventually he gets fully sucked in, and boom, blood goes everywhere. He dies. The kid makes a one-liner. The end of the movie happens. Now, I'm surprised that, they just killed it like that. It wasn't that big of a deal, I guess. I did see a thought for a fourth movie, which I do agree on that they should have. Well, I guess they have a fourth movie. It's the remake from 2009. But I did see a theory that fourth movie, which I agree. Yeah, they should have had more of these. A fourth one that explained the stepfather's origin and why the stepfather is like this, and maybe what his real name was. There was also a lot of callbacks to the other movies, like for example, with the new family he meets halfway through the movie, he talks about moving out of the Deerview and going back to being a real estate agent like he was in the first movie. He does not whistle or no, I think he does. One time he actually does whistle. I'm like 100% sure. He does, or 99% sure. I guess I can't be 100% sure if I'm not positive. That he does whistle one time, and I think it's when he kills the first guy and buries his body underneath the flower bed in his backyard, which never comes up again, so that guy's gone forever. There's also I forget. Oh yeah, so there's this priest in the movie from the big church in a place that they all go to, and he sees the guy with his new family, and he kind of questions it. The priest does, and the priest and the boy in a wheelchair, which I hate that I forget the kid's name. But they're like actual friends, and the kid's all suspicious of his stepfather, which is like everyone in this movie, in this trilogy, who's a kid. So they're looking up his history, what he says is true, and they try to get a fingerprint from a fork that he eats his salad with, I guess. And he later on the road chases the priest down and kills him by slamming his head into the steering wheel a bunch of times. And then, of course, he blows up the car while knocking it off a cliff, and there's a cool, awesome special effects scene with that. Now, in this movie, they actually bring in the ex-husband who has his own family and kids. They actually bring him into this movie, and nothing bad happens to him or his wife or his kids, because the son, who's in a wheelchair, just goes with them for maybe 3 weeks in the summer, but he actually comes back home. And when he comes back home, the stepfather that night was about to kill his wife and get with this new family, but the kid comes home, and she's like, oh, he wanted to come home to be back with us. And he's like, yay, perfect family. Now I'm not gonna kill these people. I'm gonna kill the other people or get them out of my life somehow. Also, I think the actor who played the surgeon and who plays his stepfather's boss at the gardening place is played by the same actor, but anyway. That was my thoughts on Stepfather 3. I actually didn't like the environment of him being a gardener as much as the other two. I thought it was a little bit boring. There was a weird moment where the kid was crawling through the guy's workplace in between the bushes, and he couldn't find him or catch up to him. I don't know, I thought that was really dumb. This movie came out 3 years after the last one in 1992. And so I guess they did learn something to have a little bit more fun characters and a little bit better storytelling than the second movie. He actually got there at a wedding. He actually married the stepmom pretty early in the movie. And they were only married for 6 weeks, and I think everything went to poop. So, there you go. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.